Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Star Report. This is Jason here at New Dimensions Crystals and Reiki in downtown Brenham, Texas. And today's Star Report is, I think, for April the 15th through April the 21st, 2026. And as usual, we start with our sun because it is our closest star. That hair is like in my eye. And the sun, uh, and the sun is doing not a whole lot. It's pretty quiet right now, but there is a large coronal hole that is turning in to be Earth facing over the next day. And with that large coronal hole, um, it should be bringing a large plasma stream with it, which should be impacting over the weekend. With the low solar weather, that impact will probably cause some minor solar storms over the weekend from the plasma that will be impacting the Earth's atmosphere. Well, you can call them all by different kinds of things. The layers of things above the surface of the planet. And there is a active sunspot group following behind that, but it is as of yet not erupting or solar flaring with CMEs yet. So pay attention to that. With it's like the sun, when it does something, it causes earth weather. When it doesn't do something, it causes more earth weather. So watch out for windy conditions as well. Currently, the zodiac that we are in, or where our star is located, is still in Aries for this last week, or this is the last week of Aries. And alchemically, we will notice that Aries is the top of the skull, sometimes associated with the crown chakra. But when you think of Aries in Jason and the Argonauts chasing the golden fleece, it's really the higher mind, right? So this higher understanding of self, cosmos, and all the fun stuff is what happens in Aries. But it is moving into Taurus, my sign, at least my sun sign, moving into Taurus over by the end of next week. Or by the end of the week that we did the report for. So pay attention to that. Taurus alchemically is going to move down into the polyvagal nerve cluster right here at the back of the skull, around the occipital lobe. So if you start to get upper neck pain or lower skull pain, maybe you have some blockages about bringing your higher ideals into physical reality. And then sometimes, since Taurus likes nice things, maybe it's something that you need to heal. So pay attention to that as the zodiac shifts over the next week. And most of y'all listening to the show are pretty much aware. So sometimes you will get the next signs, feelings, and reactions in the body earlier than most. So pay attention to that. We are still in 0 retrogrades. So nothing should be causing too much pause. As a matter of fact, since we are still in the Aries stellium all month, it feels like, would somebody please hit the brakes and go in retrograde? Aries has got us moving into lots of Aries has got us moving into lots of action. Aries is obviously a sign of action, which leads us to today, Wednesday, the 15th, tax day in the West, if you're paying them. But you should probably at least file them. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get some money back if you're paying attention or have a good accountant. So that is today, but it is also the Aries stellium continuing because it's going to be the Aries stellium all month until the 30th. It's like I picked the month to close the store where all the energy was helping me close the store. Blah, 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 that's weird. Oh, there we go. I was like, increases to 27. No, increases to 7 bodies over Wednesday into Thursday, meaning 7 planetary bodies in the sign. So that'll be probably towards the end of the day tomorrow or today, whatever. You know what I meant, on Wednesday. And so Mercury's addition to that stellium is really going to serve to increase our ability or our urging or inner urging to be more courageous or to call upon our courage, more or less as the world shifts, right? Uh, Courage is going into something that you don't know the outcome, but going anyway, right? So all of the shifts and changes brought about by people in organizations and the stars are sometimes hard to follow, but if it's not giving you courage, it's causing you to need courage. So, how about that? So, if you're feeling a little bit under the shifting signs and the shifting sand of reality as it continues to move into different directions, somewhat predictable, but somewhat not, right? We know the energy and the possibilities and how it actually shakes out in people's reaction to those energies and possibilities is what needs or causes us to call upon our courage. What else did I write? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Yeah. So, one of the things when you call upon that courage to sort of think about is that when you use courage, it's about knowing that the good or the light or the positive is the outcome, right? And so everything that sort of shifts in it, the end result is going to be good. So that's why you should take courage to move through it and act with it rather than implant yourself or ground yourself into not moving. um, yeah, that's enough about that. Leads into Thursday, the 16th of April. The moon will be almost new on that day, and Aries will have all seven bodies. Just an FYI, since I didn't say it on the Wednesday, Thursday. Those seven bodies are the Sun, the Moon, Mars, Mercury, Chiron, Saturn, Neptune. One, two, three, four. Yeah, that's seven. Seven planetary bodies. And so those planetary bodies are really encouraging you to uh, build or enact long range planning, right? So not like how do I get to tomorrow, but like with all this energy and how I feel about what's going on and what I know about yourself, how are you going to use the arc of that energy? Because there's a lot of energy at your back with all this stuff going on. One of the things that sort of happens with that shift is intuition and action are going to go hand in hand, right? So you'll intuit something and you'll be like, oh, maybe I should do that. The universe and the energy is saying, yes, you probably should. That is why you got that intuition. So, and then also the universe rewards action, like, oh, that'd be a great idea. And then you don't do it. The universe is like, hey, maybe I'm just not giving you great ideas. That'd be not bad. Or that'd be not good. Whatever. Yeah, and so you want to think of all of those planets together. They're gonna you have the energy to use those sort of things, right? So the sun obviously is the sun stuff. Moon, Mars is action, Mercury is communication, Chiron is sometimes called the wounded healer, but also really sort of a little bit associated with the heart chakra. Saturn is rules, and Neptune is the spiritual realm. So all of those kinds of things, right? You can act in one or all of those, right? So it's not saying do everything all at once. It's saying whichever one of those planets is triggering the most intuition of maybe or should I. The universe is definitely telling you you should. Uh, yeah. And since I'm part of the universe, maybe I'm telling you do it. Anyway, moves us into Friday, the 17th. 17th? Yeah. Friday, the 17th of April. The moon is fully new now, and it's calling us into a new cycle of mastery because the new moon is happening on Friday, the 17th, and that is a 22 master day. And 22 is the master builder number. Usually, 11 is mastery of energy, and then 22 is master of execution of that energy. So, the energy is really causing us to building something is the theme. So, what can you construct? And that could be just uh, at the very least, it can be a new understanding of the self, but probably it's a new life path, a new job, a new location. Maybe you're moving. Um, yeah. Also, look for the alignment of the new moon, sort of that reset is also sometimes when divine judgment shows up, right? So sometimes that's encouragement and recognition of fulfillment of like duties or responsibilities where, hey, finally somebody saw me. Sometimes that is, hey, finally somebody got found out. In the grand cultural scheme, I wouldn't I wouldn't I wouldn't look overwhelmingly for a specific detail of something that happened, but just sort of realize that if something you dislike is happening out there, that it's leading towards this divine justice. So there is that. What else did I write? Yeah, so just sort of pay attention to divine justice, and it's not divine punishment; it's divine justice, right? So pay attention to that. Moves us into Saturday, the 18th of April, 2026, and the seven planetary bodies are on their last leg on Saturday, the 18th. Um, and really, these couple days are really just in training the body with the energy to make a decision, right? To do something. Uh, yeah. Uh, First thing in the morning, really the energy lends itself to you being the creator of how the energy flows through your life, right? And so it really could be as simple as telling the universe what you expect of the day first thing in the morning. Um, so the energy is really, if you would like to, giving you the ability to install a new habit. Yeah, so it sounds like a good Sunday, or good Saturday, excuse me. Sunday the 19th, Aries begins to ease up on us, goes down to just six planetary bodies remaining in it on Sunday. Uh, the moon will also be the closest to the planet all month, which gives us really sort of an inner motivation, right? Like all of that could, would, should, what everybody else is doing kind of energy that sort of happens as motivation. This is really more of an inner thing. Like, hey, I don't care who this impresses, but it really is going to make me feel better. It's going to make my family function better. It's going to make my business function better. It's going to open up abundance to me more. So that's the kind of energy that's going to be coming on Sunday. Um, and it's an it's an inner motivation to sort of make a plan for that, right? So, um, yeah, make a plan for it. And so, in a, I guess an opposite to, I'm like, how am I going to say this? Rather plan to be successful, plan to have all of this awakening, plan to do all of this action rather than waiting or hoping that something changes that you can respond to, which you would consider action. This is kind of saying cause the action to happen rather than respond to the action is the kind of energy on Sunday, which is a good day to sort of have that. So my face got itchy. Maybe the universe is telling me, yeah, buddy, listen to your own advice. But anyway, listening to my own advice. Oh no, what's that about? Anyway, yeah. So actually, what I wrote was plan your life rather than coast or hope. So yeah, that's the energy of Sunday. Moves us into Monday 420. Monday 420. Aries is down to five planetary bodies, so your body can begin to chill on 420. And yeah, so you want to think that all the energy that was sort of ramping up to the seven planetary bodies in Aries was like, you got to act now, right? And so this is not that you can act now, but maybe your body can get out of its trauma response to all that energy that moved through it and it shifted into something new. And so it sort of eases up. So you can actually begin to relax and actually do the action that the energy has been calling you to do. Um, yeah. So with that sort of, I won't say collapse in energy, but with that sort of downturn in energy, you might be feeling fatigued or at least maybe a little joint soreness and stuff like that on Monday. And of course, it is the international holiday for people who celebrate 420. Yeah. So you could do that too. I don't necessarily know if that's going to make you less tired. So there's that. Um, the energy is really less rush about and time to focus, right? So it's more of, oh my God, this energy is just overwhelming. Now it's like, oh, I can sustain more energy, and therefore now I need to focus where I'm going to direct my energy that I've received from the cosmos. Leads us into Tuesday, last day of the report. Mercury and Mars combine to energize you to follow through. Oh my goodness, follow through. I want to just have really great plans, man. Yeah, it might be hard to follow through on 421, but that's okay. The energy calls really also for being honest with yourself. Like, oh, I'd really like this, but maybe you're trained for that, right? So you're sort of shooting for that, but sort of be honest with yourself that you're not going to be Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, somebody famous spiritually, Buddha. You're not going to be Buddha tomorrow, right? But so be honest with yourself that progress is going to look probably specific for you and different than others. But that being the goal or the North Star is great. But be honest with yourself if you make the steps across that way. But sometimes it's just a removal of things that are holding you back because you are a divine eternal soul, worldly love and affection, and you're never going to die. So maybe it could be just like the snap of the fingers, but sort of be honest with yourself about what the possibilities are and what really looks like good progress for you on Tuesday. I think that's everything. I should be at the shop all week. I will have to be closing a little early on Saturday. What is Saturday today? Saturday the 18th. So get here probably before 3 p.m. on Saturday if you can. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's everything that I wrote down to tell you. Oh, that's weird. That reminded me of Vita. If anybody's ever heard of Vita. That's all I've been meaning to say to you. Anyway, until next time, everybody. No more Evita songs for y'all. Until next time, everybody, many blessings. Stop recording.